Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. Another beautiful day on the east coast of Canada. It is supposed to be sunny and warm all week. It's supposed to be really hot tomorrow. Ugh. Oh well. So, sorry, my voice is still icky from that stupid virus. Still not quite 100%, but yay, Karen. All right. So, if you're watching this on recording, this on YouTube. This is being recorded live on ustream.tv/channel/musicscrap, and there is a live chat. So I will be interacting with them, where with most of them, there's some I ignore every now and then. Joking, Eileen. Anyway. So if there are dull or slow moments, just fast forward through or go to another channel. So far, all of my shows on YouTube are recordings from Ustream. So I don't have time to do other recordings and edit and stuff. Although I enjoy editing, I don't know, just don't do it much. Okay, so I have been working on the World Watercolor Month prompts from Angela Fair. Doodle Wash is the one who is created World Watercolor Month. But they asked Angela Fair to come up with the prompts for World Watercolor Month of July. And there are two hashtags, hashtag World Watercolor Month and hashtag Watercolor Summer 2017. And so these are the prompts, which I added the background to that just to make it a little more colorful in my journal. Okay, Karen. Go get your fur baby. Hey, bunny. I don't get any notification anymore because I can't use my colloquy with the new chat. And it seems they're forcing streamers to use the new chat now, even though they said not until the end of August. They seem to be forcing everybody to use it now because the other one's not working. Hey, Janet. I'm sorry I missed your stream today, Janet. I don't know, yesterday and today I was just in an audiobook mood. I listened to 2.5 audiobooks yesterday. And I had to finish the one I started last night. Late last night. I had to finish it this morning after my shower because I just couldn't wait to see what happened. It's called Back and Beyond by C.J. Box. Oh my gosh, it was really good. I think it's the first one in a series. It happens out in Montana and Wyoming. So good. So I think I'm going to be looking for more of his novels. Anyway. Hey, Paula. So the first prompt was Strong and Free. So this is their Canada 150 logo because it's our 150th birthday this year, 2017. Strong and Free. So then prompt 2 was in the shade. So I drew this one with the beach chair in the shade. And then the third one was sand and shells. So I just kind of made it all part of a panoramic page. Hey, Ray. Hello, Ray. Oh, hold on. No, I don't think I do, Eileen. Just a minute. Thank you, because I refreshed. There. Had to switch the video too. Thank you, Eileen. That should be better. That should be better. I forgot. I refreshed when I was trying to get the chat to work, and I forgot to... I had it set right. always ignore you, Eileen. I listen when it's important. Okay, yeah, so that's 2 and 3. Prompt 4 was red, white, and blue, of course, for the American 4th of July. So I did 1776 in blue and red and white stripes. And not happy. I should have left the stars white. I'm disappointed I didn't leave this. Then this sunset ended up really yucky. And the sea ended up yucky. Yeah, once a year, Eileen. So I wrote on here things that I needed to do. Tried using purple and not blue on top of the sky to avoid green. Need to blend the sky more. I needed to add, I forgot to add the orange before I put the blue in for my ocean for my sun. So I left it there, put my notes there, because I was going to cover it over with my Daniel Smith watercolor ground and just redo it. And then I thought, well, no, I'll put my notes on why I didn't like it and I'll redo it. So I redid it. So I redid it. I like the water better. The blending is better. The sun ended up a little bit too big. I wasn't patient. I was not patient enough to let it dry before I peeled off the, before I took off the masking fluid. So it ended up messed up. But anyway, it's better. But I still have to work on that. Sunsets. Then the, prompt 6 was on the boardwalk. So this is another photo that is, I found the photo on Pixabay. So it turned out okay. I really need to work on my lines, my straight lines, using my liner brush. Even though I used my liner brush, I had a little bit too much water and a little too much pigment on my brush. So when I put it down, even though I did it on basically dry paper, it spread a little more than I wanted for the lines of the boardwalk, but not too bad. Thanks, Janet. Oh yeah, Paula, I know how hard it is on... Thanks, Joan. And then, of course, the next one, prompt 7, was Friday Night Memories. So this is my biggest memory of Friday night. As a family, we would go to the drive-in. The kids, we would all go in our pajamas because usually we didn't end up staying awake for the second show. So that way it was easy for Mom and Dad to get us in from the house and go right to bed. Thanks, Paula. Ribfest was here last weekend. But you know what, Paula? I didn't go. I went last year and got some ribs. Paid a fortune for them. And, I mean, they were good. They were really good. But you know what? They were not any better than the ribs at Swiss Chalet. So I'm like, I can get the ribs at Swiss Chalet whenever I want. I don't know what the big deal was about Ribfest. Anyway. Actually, the ribs at Swiss Chalet are better than the ribs at Montana's. And then prompt 8 was cooling off. Now, what I really like almost everything about this except, once again, around the edge of the jar of the glass, I didn't get a very good line. So I need to work on my liner brush work. Janet! Not likely. They would always have me in the front seat between them. So I don't know, yesterday was just a funky day, and all I did was sit and listen to audiobooks and play Bejeweled and Spider Solitaire on my computer. I couldn't do anything. It's just, you know, one of those days. So even though I caught up on Saturday night, I caught up on Saturday, did these two on Saturday to catch up. And then yesterday I ruined it by not doing it. So today I have to do my 2. So 9 is Summer Tunes. Summer Tunes. Which would be the Beach Boys. Oh, I think I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. All right. I need 2 round things. Oh, that's probably the perfect size. A little bit bigger would be nice if it would fit. No, that one's not. That one won't fit. Maybe this one will fit. Is it bigger? It's a little bit bigger. Well, let's see. Find one that's a little bit bigger. Oh, there we go. That one's almost the perfect size. This one's a little smaller. There we go. All right. So let's do this. Yes, I said funky. Gosh, Paula, you should know me well enough by now. Marion, there is no pop-out chat feature. I simply opened 2 windows and zoomed in one on the chat. All right, and now I need a smaller one. That should be the good size, I think. Just a second. Not quite that big and not quite this small. I need something in between. Oh, this will work. That'll work. Now to try and get it in the middle. As long as it's sort of the middle, that looks like the middle to me. I know young kids today aren't even going to know what this is, but oops. These are my little pill things, but I'm keeping my I don't take anything in the afternoon, so or at noon, so my noon ones are always empty, so I'm keeping those for masking fluid if I have to use masking fluid. Oh, here, this will work. This will work. And yes, I'm going to ink oh shoot. I'm sorry, Eileen, but I am still not liking the hot press at all compared to cold press. Not at all. Now that's better, I think. That's a better size. So this is a 45. Oh, okay. I will send it in a Twitter. Okay, Paula? I will send it in a direct Twitter. Okay, I may have to open up one of these to see. How that center thing is shaped. I mean, I think I remember, but oh, they just oh, there it is. There's one. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right, so it goes 1, 2, 3. Sorry if my head's in the way. Sorry. What did I do with my... I don't know what I did with it. So I'm just gonna put that tape under there. Hold on. It's close, but it's a little too close to the... I should say it's not close enough. Oh, I'm just going to forget about the silly thing in the middle. I was going to draw it, but I'm just going to leave it open instead. What are you doing, Presto? Hey, come to sit on my knee. You don't exactly stealth around considering you're a cat, Presto. You're kind of noisy. Sorry, I got to get the pencil off this eraser. Okay, draw that back in. Okay, there's my pencil. Oh, I forgot to show you. I got my my silly electric pencil sharpener, Paula, it quit working. It just stopped. And I tried everything. I cleared out the cache. I'm going to break this so I can... This is the same one Dee Dee has. Oh, sorry. Don't know what I was doing. I accidentally pushed out the... Ta-da! So, I'm very happy to have gotten that since my electric one stopped working. Alright, let me see. I'm not sure if I'm as close as I could be. Let me see if I can zoom in anymore. Oh, wrong way, Jean. And I'm on an angle, so I know it's kind of strange. Okay. All right. So what am I going to use? On the drink, I used my, I think I'll use them again. I'm going to use my Peerless again. I used them on my drink, so I think I'll use them again. I had those sticky notes on so I would remember what colors I was using. So I'm going to do a funky background first. Funky, summery background. What colors? I think I'll use yellow and red, I think. Okay, so I'll use yellow and red for the background. Woo! So I'm going to work on using my a flat brush more for the backgrounds and stuff to work on straight lines and for edges. So let me get some brushes out here. And I'm going to use an angular brush. All right, here's my angular. Number 5 angular by Zen. I'm going to try that today and see what happens. So I'm going to use this wider one for wetting. I've got 2 flat ones. A Dessert's hold on, I can't read what it says. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I have to get my magnifying glass out here to read this. So my 1/2 inch flat, number 7. And I have, that's by Dessert's. This one is a 3/4 inch wash by Princeton and Brush Company. I believe I got this at Dessert's too. and my synthetic angle brush, which will make a difference. That will probably help me on this hot press paper. These are golden Taklon. This one is anyway. Synthetic. Just gonna put a piece of regular paper in between here. Alright, so this is hot press Fabriano Studio, so it's 25% cotton, but I really do not like the hot press as much as the cold press. I don't know, the paint just flows totally differently. I don't know, it's different. Okay, I'm going to use my angular brush, and I'm going to start with some wet. Oh, that's not red like I want it all. Yuck. Oh well, I'll use it because I started. This might have been easier to do with other paints. All right, let me find my yellows. I'm going to do this nice bright sunshine yellow. See if I can get this all flowing together or not. See, that's one thing I find. I find that this paper soaks in it doesn't blend nearly as well. I find it much more difficult to blend. Than cold press. Which is why it's better for detail painting. A lot of artists who do botanicals and watercolor portraits will use sorry, I'm just putting a little bit of more water in my clean water dish. Yeah, it just will not move the same way. It does not blend like on cold press. Oh no, wait, now I missed what Monika's talking about. A lightning strike. Ooh. Wow. Well, we had lightning hit our house a couple of times growing up. Once it came, followed the water line, and smoke started coming out of the kitchen sink tap. Luckily, no one was using the water at the time. We just saw the smoke come. No one was standing there. We were in the kitchen. All right, I'm just going to take my 1/2 inch, see if I can get this to blend anymore. It's kind of icky. I like the color. I'm not very fond of the lack of blending that I'm getting. I need to add a little more red on this side, so I'm gonna wet it again. I'm gonna dry it and then wet it and add a little more. And then there was another time I love lightning storms, so I was standing in the middle of our living room, which is, I don't know, like 18 by 22 at least, probably bigger than that. And I was standing in the middle watching the chains of lightning hit our front lawn, basically. I was about, I don't know, 11, 12. And I heard this huge bang beside me. And I turned around and I saw this huge ball of blue plasma, I guess it is. It's actually the plasma form of the lightning, coming towards me in the living room. And I froze, I screamed. Mom screamed because she saw it. She was in the kitchen. And I think my hair stood up on end and my hair on my arms stood up. And I was watching this ball of blue plasma come towards me, and I could feel the heat of it, but it dissipated just as it got to me. Didn't get too close to me. And it had hit our power meter on the corner of the house, of the living room, and come in through one of the outlets, plugs. No, I think today is Debbie's turn after me. So Debbie comes on after me today. It is Debbie's turn after me today. So I'm going to wet this side again because I need to add more red. So I'm going to wet it. It's a lot harder to keep it. Oh, see, it's a lot harder to make it blend. It's a pain in the patootie. But my whole book is hot pressed paper, so I'm out of luck, I guess. Anyway, let's try that. Not possible, Joan. You can't have just thunder, because thunder is just the sound of the lightning. So it's impossible to have just thunder. Hey, CB. Hello, hello. So the prompt is summer tunes. So I think I'll do the label a pretty blue. A pretty summer blue. Turquoise. Yeah, turquoise. That's what I'm going to do the label. All right, I really need to go for a round brush here. So my number 7, yeah, number 7. I'm using my Peerless. Sorry, I hope my head's not in the way. Ha ha ha, Eileen. You're just mad because I don't like hot press paper. It's not my fault. Doesn't do what I want. Doesn't do what I want it to do. You gone. Oh, wait. Eileen, you mean there's no DM anymore on this chat? On this version of chat? There's no DM? Hey, Sophia. I'm just working on my summer tunes page. This one's going to be quick. Quick, quick, quick. And I'm even going to use my gray here for the record. Guess I can understand, Eileen. You would most likely be using this for stamping and watercoloring. I can see why you would like it for that, but it really does not at all blend as nicely as, well, unless I'm really doing something wrong, will not blend for me like cold press. It just seems like the watercolor just kind of soaks right in, and it will move a little bit, but not like on cold press at all. I have to wet this again because it's already drying. So this is 140 pound hot press. Oh. And it's not just because I'm using the Peerless that it won't blend. I found the same on the other pages when I was using my Shinhan. It just does not blend as nicely as cold press. The flow is completely different. That's going to need a couple more layers to get darker. So I'll dry that. Heat gun. Well, that's kind of sucks, you know. Sophia! Someday I'm going to use those again just for you, Sophia. Hey, Zandra. No, she showed them last week. Or Saturday. She showed them all on Saturday when she streamed. May. Alright, so completely dry it. And then wet it again. I'll try and do a darker layer this time, and then I'll do the These are my Peerless watercolors. I got the Basics 40 pack, and then I also got the add-on ones. So there were some that were duplicated. So the duplicates and the ends, I'll show you how I store them. I do one more layer for the grooves in a moment. Leave that. Okay. Heat gun. It's summer tunes. Some of you are likely way too young to know what this even is. I'm gonna need a smaller one to do that center thing, but not a liner. This one should work. Fine detail, my number 2 should work. I'm just gonna work on the center here, see if I can do it. I'm gonna use my red, but I have to use lots of pigment. So I'm just gonna wet my brush. Not a very good rendering, but you know. Now I'm going to use my fan brush. I don't know, this fan brush may be too soft. Oh, may have to use my other fan brush because I think this fan brush is too soft for what I want to do. Let's see. This one, oh, this one will work better because this fan brush isn't quite as soft. So it will work better for adding my grooves there. All right. Heat gun. That'll do the trick. That's all I need. All right. And I am going to use a pen, so it's ink and watercolor today. There, my brush one. Okay, I need my brush one for some of it, but these are my Prismacolor fine liners. All right, I need the one that's not quite as small as the other one. Oh, this one, okay. All right, so this one. Now, I don't do splots. Oh, hold on. I need to move my... Just a minute. There we go. A little better. Okay. Thank you, Sophia. Every Saturday when we got home from our dance class, we would take our stack of 45s that were like this high, and we'd sit down and play and sing along to them. Oh, we had a lot of fun with a record player. So that is prompt. I don't need the brush one after all, but I do need to put prompt 9. Hope I didn't ruin that page. No. All right, so that's prompt 9. Let's see what prompt 10 is. Prompt 10 Beach days. Oh, I hate the beach. All right. Eileen, should I try and do a beach like Maria Raznik, however you say her last name? Hey, Susan. 99 red balloons. I love that song, Sophia. Mindy equals Mitz and Minky equals Joan. Oh, or Mitz equals Mindy. Yeah, Mitz equals Mindy, Minky equals Joan. All right, so beach days. All right. You know what? The other thing I don't like about this, I really do not like working on this. This is about like 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. It's like 1/4 of an 11 by 14 with a little bit taken off each end so it would fit in my book covers. But it's too small for me, just because of my eyesight, I guess. I find it small to watercolor with. Welcome back, Di. Dunk little man in the tub. All right, so I would love to try that beach one that like Maria did. But I would definitely have to use my watercolors for that. Which is just fine. I did 2 with my Peerless. That's pretty good. So it also means I am going to have to get out my... It's definitely not going to look like hers, that's for sure, because she's a brilliant artist. It also means we're going to have to wait for the all right, I just had them here. What the heck did I do with my... There they are. Aw, Di. Poor little guy. Give him a little roughage. Give him some corn on the cob. That'll work. Sorry, I gotta tie up my garbage bag here. It's full. Alright. Which means I need a new one, but I don't know if I have. Oh, I have one here. I always try and keep another new one in here when I take an old one out. Okay. Oh, Zandra, these prompts are from Angela Fair. Just a second. Let me see if I can get the link. Okay. Trying to get it to come up here. Come on. on. All right, here's the link. Doodle wash. Here you go. The prompts are by Angela Fair, but they're on the Doodle Wash website. They are on Angela's website too. And she has a challenge for prizes that you can join. There's one huge prize at the end of the month, and then every week there's a different prize. So, got my fingers crossed. I've entered both of them. All right, Eileen, while we wait, I'm going to do this. I am also going to do what she did as far as coloring the Maria, Eileen, if you can find her link, can you get her link? She colors she uses just a little bit of watercolor paint to I should not. Now I got a whole bunch of bubbles in that. Dang it! I didn't mean to shake it. It was a bad habit. Darn it. This is graphics. Incredible White Mask Liquid Frisket by Graphics. Same company that makes the medium weight. Yeah, it's for watercoloring every day. Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly, Sophia. If you're not someone who watercolors, use the prompts and do collage or do, whatever you want for them. But part of the challenge is for watercolorists to practice their watercolor and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean you can't use the prompts for other things if you don't want to. All right. I'm going to put a little red into this because I think red's one of my permanent red may not be staining as bad, I hope. If it stains red, then I'm going to blame her for the problem. So I'm just picking some up with my tool here that I use. It'll turn it a little bit pink. See? Just to make it easier to see where you have added the liquid frisket. All right. And it doesn't take much to color it, but now I've got to rinse this off because it's got kind of a big red mark on it because I kind of dug into the paint a little bit too much, I think. All right. So Eileen, fall asleep. Eileen! Wake up! Did you fall asleep? Eileen! So I'm just going to do a shoreline here. Hold on, I'm going to try and find the link of this person if I can. Maria Rajinka is her name. And I'm going to show you the link. If you guys love watercolor, you have to go to this lady's channel. Ugh, the stuff she does. Sorry, I didn't mean to start playing that. Is amazing. So here's her link to the one I'm trying. There's Eileen. Hi, Eileen. Never mind. I found the link myself. I'm going to try Maria's wave thing. I'm going to be very brave. I even colored my liquid frisket. I think I need to use a smaller one or just be more careful. And I have something to color while we wait for this to dry. Because this is going to take a while to dry. So what I'm doing is I'm masking off all the parts, what's going to be the foamy wave parts. I think I need to move down to the smaller one here. This is also better for you guys because you can see where I'm putting the masking fluid instead of painting white on white. Oh, I know, May. She did an awesome rose the other day, too, with paint. Oh, it's just, you have to watch her paint, too. It's just like magic. She doesn't do any voiceover or anything. She does some time lapse, but not, she doesn't usually speed it up so fast that it doesn't look realistic. But, oh my gosh, just... the talent is incredible. And she does use white gouache sometimes. So, you know, it's not classical watercolor. Because classical watercolor only uses, you know, color of paper. But, you know, like you say, you do what you do to make your watercolor work. So, but, yeah, she does some amazing. Oh my gosh, the talent. I love watching. I'll go back and watch hers 3-4 times sometimes just to see, you know, how she does certain lines and strokes and stuff. Yeah. Oh, there's Karen. Karen's back. Yay, Karen. So, I'm going to get out my markers and a coloring page while I wait for this to dry. I'm going to try and be very, very patient, which I'm not usually patient at all. But I've got to work on that because I ruin good watercolor attempts. Or I shouldn't say ruin, but make them less pleasing to me by being not being patient. So remember, everywhere I'm masking here is going to stay white. And so yes, you can buy it. You can buy it in colors. Yeah. Ouch. You can even get it that it changes color once it's dry so that you can be sure, positive that it's dry. Like it'll dry more gray. And this one kind of does. It goes on white, but it kind of dries yellow. But it still sometimes feels tacky even once it changes to yellow. So it's hard to know. Bye, Sandra. Yeah, I've got to figure out what I'm going to have. I think I might just have a panini, chicken panini. for supper. Oh, that sounds good. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a chicken panini. I don't like that one at all. Once it dries, I can take off any that I don't really like the shape of before I start painting. Oh, a little over generous with that spot there. Okay, gotta clean off my brush because, it's not a brush, it's a clay shaper thingy. So it's got a silicone tip, it's not a brush. If you use brushes, you want to use really old ones. So Karen, I added some red, a little touch of red watercolor to my masking fluid to color it. Just going to add a little bit more along the edge here to have a little thicker foam. Oh, you came back, did you, Presto? Hi, Presto. I have to go for groceries tomorrow. I need salad. Need salad. There we go. Okay. Hi. What are you doing, Presto? You want on my knee? Come on. I can't snuggle right now, though, because I'm busy. All right, so that is going to dry. So remember, everywhere I put that is going to end up being white unless I paint over it again. Bye, Sophia. Thanks for dropping in. Rest well. All right. So that it's going to sit up here to dry. All right. Let's do some coloring. Uh-oh. I'm going to use my Touch 5 watercolor markers. Oh yes, then I need to add, where is my, just a second, my blender pen. I stuck in here somewhere. Where is it? Where is my blender pen? No, that's not. Where did it go? I know I stuck it in here somewhere. What does it look like? It's long. Where did it go? Where did my blender pen go? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So, my markers that I got on Amazon are Touch 5. And Shinhan makes Touch alcohol markers. So I was able to get their blender pen on Canadian website. So I am going to try it out. I forgot to bring it home with me. Now, when I went home for the long weekend, I did do some coloring, although not as much as I would have liked because I had the kids a lot. But when the day my sister took them to Halifax, I did some. Didn't finish this, but not totally happy with it. I'm going to have to take out my pencil crayons to do a better job on this one. This I did with my Touch 5 markers. No, they're not watercolor. They're alcohol markers, May. These are alcohol. They're alcohol. See? There's the right side. There's the wrong side. They're alcohol markers. So these are Mountain Avens, which is the floral emblem of the Northwest Territories. They're like the Hoo Hoo Hero that Dee Dee and some of the others have, but mine just happened to be Touch 5 brand. My Blue Jay. I used my pencil crayons. Oops. Oh no. Ah! Oh, that's what was on. I thought I already put it in the garbage, but I didn't. That's okay. Easy clean up. Tissue to the rescue. Got it in my arm. Spilled my leftover masking fluid. No worries. Thanks, Joan. Okay. Geesh Louise. So these are all from my Canada 150 coloring book. But I take them out to color because they are all perforated, so it's much easier to work on when they're not in the book. So let's choose one to work on. Ooh. Oh, pitcher plant. Maybe. Ooh, maybe I'll do this one. That's the blue nose. Seaplane. I don't like the mandala ones. I gave one of those to Till. I'm not really into mandalas. Well, this one would be nice. That's the Vancouver Bridge. Oh, what are these ones? The Prairie something or the other. I'm gonna do these. I'll look at it close. Some of these I'm going to end up using as transfers on journal pages and stuff. Ones I don't really want to color. All right, I'll put that back in my bag because I don't have room on my desk for it right now. Okay, so let's look up what kind of plant this is. I have to zoom in on the name here so that I can see it. It is the prairie crocus, floral emblem of Manitoba. Prairie crocus. All right, let me look up color. All right. Prairie crocus. Let's look up. Oh, purple and yellow. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so different colors of purple. It's kind of a pinky purple. So I think I have to go with a bluey purple and a pinky purple. So I'm going to get two. Let's see which one of these. If I really get into this, I could really see myself needing more colors. But actually, I think I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use my blender, and I'm going to use this one with the... I need a more bluey purple. That is kind of a bluey purple. But I may have to go over it with... I'll put these in here. And my blender. Okay. So let's see. For now, those are the colors I need until I need my greens. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting at the bottom with my dark color because they do go up to white. Guess it's just easier to use the brush tip than that chisel tip. Then you take the blender and you touch your color to the blender. This is what it says on the instructions for the blender. So I definitely need, oh, wrong end. And those are way too dark. This would have been a good one to watercolor. Well, I messed that up royally. I should have just done... Why didn't I do a practice? It's okay. So what I should have done is this right from the start, because that's way too much color for what this flower has. Hey, Jen. Nice to see you. Oh, Ella, sorry I didn't see you come in. Hello, Ella. It's strange. Everybody's names are, like, different. Like, Jen is now Ozagran Jen instead of just Ozagran. That's strange. Minky's the same, though. Joan's the same. CB is just CV instead of C Boudreau. That's strange. Yeah. So I'm just, Jen, I was doing some watercoloring, but I'm just waiting for... I'm messing up this flower picture while I'm waiting for some... Just practicing with my blender pen here. I'm going to do just a light touch along the bottom here of it full strength, I think. Oh, okay. It popped up when you logged in. Gotcha. I see. Because of the new chat. Right. Well, at least I figured out I can't use my colloquy anymore, because unless there's a different way to bring it up, this chat doesn't come up on colloquy. So... These would have been much better watercolored, but they're not on watercolor paper. I really need to scan these so I can put some of them on watercolor. I think you mean curses instead of cures. Let's see here. I'm going to use the brush end to see if I get a little bit more color here. And that's not quite purpley enough. That's a little too pink. Ah, but it does look nice when I go over it. That's the right color when I go over it with this purple. Okay, so that's good to know. You can kind of blend the two colors. That makes it more of that pinky purpley color. All right. Let's check our almost, but it's still a little wee bit tacky. Oops, okay. Yeah, because the iPad app is actually separate from Ustream. It's not owned by IBM. Obviously, it's going to have changes because of the new app, chat, but the protocols are different. Okay, so on this, oh, okay, let's go back to this one here. Susan's probably cringing now at my lack of alcohol marker ability. I apologize, Susan, and anyone else who is an alcohol marker aficionado. I am not. And I readily admit that I'm not even close. This is also not just like copy paper, so it's, you know, not exactly the best kind of paper to use Copics or alcohol markers on either. Totally. Haha, yay, bunny! All right, so on this petal, I'm doing this other color because some of them have the dual colors depending on the petal. So on this one, I'm doing the pink underneath. I'm going to turn this around because I want to get that same kind of blended look on this side if I can do it properly. And then go over it with the purple to get my kind of pinky purple color. Yeah, I'm not happy with this at all. Some of these pictures, I wish I could get rid of some of the black lines. I don't know why they had to put all those. I know it's the type of art, but I would have preferred it without all those extra black lines. Just give me the shape and let me go at it. That's what I want in my coloring books. Yeah, not liking this at all. Jean, you're doing a terrible job. Ick. Now color this off till it goes clear. And I just may go over that. All right, let's hope this is still feels tacky, but I think it's dry. It's not coming off in my hand. Should be dry. And there's room for that blender pen right in with all my other markers. Let me close this so I don't lose them all. Of course, I built a box inside my container, like Janet did, so that it doesn't flop, because it was all just like this and it wouldn't stand up right, and so I built a box to go inside it. All right, back to watercolor. My Shinhan. All right, so for colors, all right, let's put those away. All right, I think my 1/2 inch is big enough for wetting. All right. Let's mix my colors. Hey, Robin. Oh, Robin, that's so wonderful. Oh. Glad to hear that, Robin. So happy for you and him. All right, so yellow ochre. I'm going to use a little wee bit of permanent red in the sand as well. That's what she did, so I'm only doing what she did. And then she used, for the water, she used marine blue and Viridian. I think that was it. She used a little indigo in a couple of places for some darkness. Okay, so. Hazy! Hey, Kimberly! Sorry, Kimberly, I missed you coming in. I don't know if I missed anyone else. Hello, 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 if I did. So, yellow ochre. Oh, I forgot to spritz my burnt sienna. So, yellow ochre. Actually, I should be doing this with my round brush. It's a little better than a flat brush for bringing out my colors. Okay, so my burnt sienna. And then she used a little bit of, she uses Holbein. Mostly Holbein. So yeah, chat is new, Robin. They're fixing something that wasn't broken yet again. So it's a pain because it takes away the ability for us to use ice chat. And all right, so I'm doing the sand part. So let's wet the sand. All right, so I'm going to take a little yellow ochre, a little burnt sienna. Don't know if it needs a touch of red, but I'm going to put a touch of red in there. And it really didn't need it because now it's way too orange. So now I have to get, I think my burnt sienna is a little more, now I have to get more yellow ochre here. There we go. All right. So the prompt for this day is beach days. So this was inspired by Maria. Oh, let me try and say her name again. Uh-oh, what did I do with it? Ooh, hold on. Maria Rachkynska. Rachynska. And I'll put the link in again because some people have come in since I put out the link. And she did this watercolor that inspired me to try it. She is a professional, so I'm not expecting mine to turn out as great as hers, but let's just see what happens. Just a minute, before I completely dry this, I need to do something up here. I want to feather out those edges just a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, Jen, they've worked for a little while on the iPad. Links work now. Cool, isn't it? That was 1 or 2 updates ago that they added that. Hey, Orla! So I don't want to overdo that because I want to be able to get my... So I'm going to wet the sand again and do just another layer. I'm going to do some of the darker over here in the edge. Just try and get a little more texture in there. Darn. See, it just dries so quickly. I don't know why compared to the cold press. It just annoys me. Sorry, Eileen. Just trying to get a little texture into the sand here. Dropping in some color. It will mostly smooth out, but it will put in a little texture. Keep going. Oh yeah, Josie, you're home now? Wonderful trip. Welcome home, though. Okay, now I've got to get my blues mixed before I wet the background. So I added just a little bit of red watercolor to my liquid frisket before I laid it down. That's what she did. So crossing my fingers. Oh, this marine blue, look at it. Is that not the yummy? Oh, it's not showing up on there. It's not showing up on the screen like it is here. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sea green. And I'll get some Viridian for the more greeny color of the sea. And those get combined. So let's wet my ocean here, the water part. Oh no, hold on, somehow. My marine got infected with some, so it's not, darn it, hold on. Kind of using both here, the marine and the Viridian where it's more shallow here. Going back in just with some water. Try and, Alright, so I'm going to let that layer dry. It looks way more blue on my screen than it does in real life. It's really turquoise in real life. Oh, Karen wants to know why I wet the paper. Okay, well, I wet the paper ahead of time so that when the pigment goes on, it follows the water, so it helps the pigment flow more evenly, so you don't end up with blobs and you get this more smooth kind of look. Yeah. Thanks, Karen, thanks, Josie, for putting that in caps so that I noticed it. I'm so disappointed because I finally found in my colloquy where I could set it up to click when someone mentioned me in chat, so that when you wrote Jean, I would hear a click so I would know someone was talking to me in chat. And now I can't use colloquy, so that option's like useless. I'm like, dang it. I just learned how to use that. So I'm going to do another layer of blue, especially the dark, the marine blue. And I'm going to get a little indigo as well. A little bit of indigo, but that's, we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to need the indigo or not. I need it along the edge, but all right. So I'm going to wet it again. And believe me, this is my version of her painting. Alright, so it's all wet again. And now when I put it down, just watch how it moves. See how it gets right soft on the edge? If I hadn't wet it, that wouldn't be nice and soft like that. Takes away the hard edges. Now sometimes you want hard edges, so then you're not going to wet your paper ahead of time. If you want to do details. A little more Viridian. In the shallower parts. I actually like that a lot. Really like it. So I'm not going to mess with it because I really like that. She adds a lot more detail, but I really like that. So I'm going to leave it. Keep going. And before I remove this masking fluid, this has to be dry, or you'll rip your paper. And it worked for Jen even though she used her heat gun. So that's not dry, not even close to dry, and I probably just put fingerprints in it. Hold on, I need to go over this a little bit. Just a minute. I've got some pigment beading up around that I just noticed. Sorry, I just noticed a spot that was white still. So let me... Yeah, Robin, it's the last week in July, I believe, like the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. Unfortunately, our dollar's still crap, so I couldn't go again this year. And I'm only back up to 600 air miles, so it'll be like another 2 more years before I'll have enough air miles to go, so. They get all excited in Canada. Our dollar picked up a whole cent today. Like, it's like, ooh. I'm trying to hold it way back so it doesn't get the... Cool. Well, listen, all I know is what I'm told on like many streams. Don't use your heat gunner. All right, here we go. Hold on, let me get my... I don't want to really don't want to get fingerprints on this, so I'm going to use my remover here. Oh, I forgot to go around that first. She went around it while the masking fluid was still there. Oh, well, I'm just going to have to be more careful, I guess. Aren't I? If you're a messy gluer and you're a card maker like me, this is an essential tool. Because once you get all your card layers down, if you have any glue that seeps out from your layers, you can just, this takes it right off. Works great. Yes, I'm hoping Z does some more streams from... All right, so now I need to do just a light wash. Almost dry brushing over a few of those so that they're still... And then I'm going along the edge to soften that line. Now I need my little number 2 round. And get my marine nice and thick. Oh, no, it isn't dark enough, so I am going to have to use indigo. And I may have to use my 000 brush. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of that marine blue and mix it in with the indigo to make it nice and dark. This is what I need to practice fine lines. Because I always end up with a little too much water. Yeah, exactly, Kimberly, they do. What is the name of the gum eraser? It is by, I don't know, it's by Making Memories. No, this is different than that one, Eileen. This is different than that one because I have one of those artist gum erasers. Those will work. But this one's Making Memories, I think. I have no idea. It's been so long. I bought it when I started way back when I was doing scrapbooking. So no, it's not a sponge. It is a, I'll try and find a link at the end, May. It is not, it's called a glue adhesive remover. Adhesive remover eraser. I made my foam at the edge a little bit too. And this is a much quicker version than what she did. You have to go and watch her version if you want to see amazing, amazing stuff. So does it look like a nice wave, you guys? Sorry I missed yours, Janet. I was sitting and listening to my audio tape. I had to finish the story. I couldn't leave it. I'm sorry. I will watch your recording, though. All right, I think I'm going to leave it. All right, so I think the only thing I think I need to do right now is to take, I just need to add a little bit of darker sand right along where the water is, because of course if this wave's coming in and not out, then it wouldn't be darker there. But no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin my sand. So I'm just gonna add all right. So there's the prompt. I'm just going to dry that. I decided I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to leave it. I know she splotted the sand, Zandra, but I don't do splots, so I'm not splotting the sand. She also added a little gouache up in here, which is one of the reasons I left a little more white in the first place, so that I wouldn't have to add some gouache, because I don't have any white gouache. I could use salt. What looks like seagull? Oh, Eileen, don't tell me that. I thought it looked good. I'm going to pretend Eileen didn't say that. I could use salt. All right, so this is today's prompt. So prompt 10. I think there's enough texture in the sand for me. It's down in the Caribbean. It's beautiful. I know you're just kidding, Eileen. I know. That's funny. Oh, that's funny, Janet. Well, that's all it's going to be. It's just going to be a wave, May. So, just trying to decide whether to do another layer and put some salt on the sand. But then I'm too lazy to wait for it to dry. See, that's my problem. So, I'm just going to... Once I put this down, I can't because these aren't... Oh, for heaven's sakes, Jean. Oh! Dang it. It was my brush marker and I didn't notice till it was too late. Anyway. Beach days. That's that prompt. So Jenna, no, is Debbie here yet? Footprints in the sand. I don't know, Eileen. I can just imagine what my footprints would end up looking like. That's a good idea, but I don't know if I could add them without messing it up. Ugh. I just needed to keep these a little thinner. I went a little overboard on the masking fluid, but that's all right. Thanks, Z. Oh no, Debbie's not on tonight because she needs to rest her wrist. Well, darn it. I need to eat. I'm hungry, so I have to stop. So, there's my summer tunes, the Beach Boys. And what is it exactly? Beach days. Yeah, beach days. So I will be tweeting those pictures. If you watched on the recording, thank you very much. It was a little bit of this, a little bit of that today. And I appreciate you watching the recording. Thanks a lot, everyone.